Lila formed a close bond with Nancy Bowman, a Native American healer from the Seneca tribe. Nancy was older, a respected woman in her community, but also vulnerable in her grief. Her husband had recently died, and she was searching for answers. Lila and Nancy claimed to be guided by spirits, and those spirits spoke to them through the planchette. You know that friend who swears that Mercury being in retrograde is why their car broke down? Well, crank that up about 10 notches, add some candlelight, and you've basically got Lila and Nancy. Except instead of, "Will I meet a tall, dark stranger?" their spirits were whispering murder. The Ouija became their truth teller, their authority, an invisible hand that not only told them what was wrong in their lives, but who was to blame for it. And when that board spelled out a name, the two women didn't see it as a parlor trick. They saw it as a direct order from the other side. In the fall of 1929, on the Cattaraugus Reservation outside Buffalo, two women leaned over a Ouija board waiting for the dead to speak. On one side sat Nancy Bowen, a 66-year-old Seneca healer who was still mourning the sudden death of her husband, Charlie, known in the community as Sassafras Charlie, also a healer. Across from her sat close friend Lila Jimerson, the 36-year-old model who had been working with Henry Marchand. They wanted answers. They wanted the truth about what had really happened to Charlie. And the board gave them one. Slowly, the planchette scraped across the surface, spelling out a message that Nancy believed came from her late husband himself. It said, "They killed me." When the women pressed for details, the spirit pointed a finger from beyond the grave, not at some shadowy stranger, but at an evil white woman. Then, chillingly, the board gave a name, Clotilde Marchand. For Nancy, this was devastating. She was already vulnerable, already desperate to understand why her husband had died. Now she believed she had been hexed by a jealous witch, and worse, that her husband's killer might be coming for her next. The whispers didn't stop with the board. Nancy soon began receiving strange letters, signed by someone calling herself Mrs. Dooley. These letters doubled down on the accusation. Clotilde was a witch, they said. She had cursed Sassafras Charlie, and when her spells failed, she killed him outright. And now, according to Mrs. Dooley, Nancy was marked to be the next victim.